Every city during the Soviet Union would have had its own centre of political enlightenment, and this is the one in Kamensk-Uralskiy. So it had a big hall where meetings could take place, another smaller hall for discussions, had a library. So as you can see, pretty solid soft mod job, hardly pretty but functional at least. These days the building's put to use as a theatre. What's interesting is the side and back parts of the building. You've got two things that never were what they were supposed to have been. The first thing is this supermarket here. Originally it was built to be a large restaurant for the delegates of the political centre. Now if I asked you to guess what this large building connecting to the back was supposed to be, then you'd probably say a hotel, and you'd be absolutely right. This was about as typical a style of hotels as you could get. It's actually located on the back of the main square, and most of the hotels in cities around the Soviet Union had a hotel either on or near the main square. This was supposed to have been the one in Kamensk-Uralskiy. In fairness, on the inside it's a little bit formal and dull, but hello, it was the centre of political enlightenment. What do you expect?
But they've added some plants and decorations to try and brighten the place up a bit.
This is the excellent mosaic that's on the side of the administration building. I covered it in an episode a long time ago, so I won't dwell on it now. But the building itself, this has changed since when it was built. See if you can see what's different about it. So of course before it was just 3 levels, and then they built an extra 2 levels on top of it. You may know that in Moscow there are 7 really tall buildings that were erected in the post-war years in the Stalinist neoclassical style. What you may also know is that there are analogues of those buildings in Riga and Warsaw, but what you probably don't know is that there is going to be one put right here in little Kamensk-Uralskiy. So as we can clearly see there, I mean that's Stalinist architecture, all there. But then all of a sudden, you see that building there, that's a bit different, isn't it? That was put in much later, I think in like the 70s. But that was the spot where the huge Stalinka was supposed to be. Even now, 70 years later, there's not a building taller than 16 levels in the city. I guess if you're going to be honest, to say it would have looked a little bit out of place in little Kamensk-Uralskiy. After the Second World War, the USSR felt invincible, and that was shown in their architecture. The fact they were even thinking about such gigantic projects in small provincial towns says quite a lot. So if Stalin hadn't have died when he did, then it may well have happened. But then he died, and then Khrushchev came to power and decided that architecture should be less grand and more cost effective. So the plan disappeared forever.